Hey guys, Sean here, welcome to the F1 Word and to a roundup of some of the news stories from the world of Formula 1 over the last few days. Kicking us off then, and during the Spanish Grand Prix weekend and following Mercedes' resurgence, there was talk of a conspiracy between Pirelli and the Silver Arrows, following the tyre manufacturer's decision to change the tread depth of its tyre for certain Grand Prix this year. Following blistering during winter testing, Pirelli made the decision to reduce the tread depth of its slick tyres for the Spanish, French and British Grand Prix. This inevitably led to questions over a possible conspiracy, with even Red Bull boss Dr. Helmut Marko adding fuel to the fire by suggesting Mercedes had pushed for the change. However, following the first in-season test in Spain this week, Ferrari's Sebastian Vettel appears to have shut down the conspiracy theorists after stating that Ferrari would have been worse off in Spain had Pirelli stuck with the tyres used during pre-season testing. If we had used those old tyres at the Grand Prix, it would have been worse. They blistered very seriously and could have caused serious problems. It was right to bring the thinner tread. Our mistake was that we could not get the wear out of them that our rivals did, and it's up to us to react and work on it. We have some ideas and now we need to turn them into reality. Sticking with tyres briefly, and drivers have made their choices ahead of next week's Monaco Grand Prix, with the Hypersoft being the favoured tyre by the vast majority, with no driver taking fewer than 9 sets of the softest compound and some taking as many as 11. Following a frustrating start to 2018 in terms of reliability, many expect that Red Bull will sign a deal which would see them using Honda engines from 2019 onwards. This speculation increased further after Renault voiced concerns over Red Bull's desire to wait until June before making any decision over who will power them next year. And over the course of the Spanish Grand Prix weekend, Honda and Red Bull met again as the team continued to consider whether to stick or twist. But during an interview with motorsport.com, Honda's motorsport boss Masashi Yamamoto said that they were happy to take their time over deciding whether or not to supply a second team in Formula 1. We regard it as a positive thing. Giving us time means we have time to consult more. We are very positive. To deal with Red Bull is a really big thing for Honda because they are a top team. This gives us a sort of pressure as an engine manufacturer. We have to consider many aspects very well. Can we really deal with Red Bull's size? We have to feel the responsibility to supply the engine. Honda have also suggested that should an engine deal be reached between the two parties, they would like to see young drivers from their own programme given a chance in Formula 1, and they feel that being partnered with two teams gives them a better chance of doing so. It is reported that the Japanese manufacturer would like to see either Tadasuke Makino or Narei Fukuzumi graduate to F1 should either gain enough points on their super licence, with Toro Rosso being the most likely team to take them on. Since January, there has been constant talk from Mercedes and Lewis Hamilton that the world champion will sign a new contract at the Silver Arrows soon. 4 months on and the Brit still hasn't put pen to paper. However, Mercedes have again insisted that Hamilton will sign a new deal and that it will happen soon. Team boss Toto Wolff said, "Obviously we don't want to lose him and I don't think he wants to go anywhere else. Everything's going fine. I think it's just how you feel towards each other, and there is no reason why we shouldn't be racing with each other for a few more years. Finalising a contract is something that you need to involve yourself in and spend time, and we both decided we'd park it for a minute where we were, but it's almost all sorted and we will pick it up at the right time. This is what we will do and we will let you know as soon as possible." Lewis Hamilton has echoed this and is hopeful that a deal will be signed in the near future. The 4-time world champion said, "We've had all the bosses here and there is not a single person in the team, or at least in the hierarchy of the team, that has any concerns as far as I am aware. We do talk about it and we are not really far away from finishing things, so it will happen hopefully in the near future." Formula 2 driver Tadasuke Makino believes that the halo saved his life during Sunday's sprint race in Spain. Narei Fukuzumi was launched over Makino's car with the left rear wheel hitting the head protection device. The Japanese driver stated that he believed had the halo not been in place, the wheel would have hit him on the head. However, the FIA's Charlie Whiting appeared to err on the side of caution when discussing the incident, but did indicate that Makino could well have been the first driver to benefit from the halo. "We will do an incident investigation on that one, because judging by the photos we've seen and the accident itself, it looks very much as if it could have been a lot worse without the halo. When you look at the tyre marks on the bodywork behind and all the way down the side of the halo, where the tyre marks start on the halo is exactly where one of the 2 test loads is applied. Even if it didn't actually save his life, it could have been nasty without the halo." So it will be interesting to see what conclusions the FIA investigations come to, but if you're after opinion on this one, join us on Saturday at 7:30pm UK time, where we will be discussing whether or not the halo really did save its first life. Next April will see Formula One host its 1000th Grand Prix, and F1 bosses have confirmed that they would have preferred to host it at Silverstone. However, Liberty Media's Sean Bratches has said that concerns over the weather have put an end to that idea. Silverstone was the first Grand Prix, and we would have liked to see the 1000th go back to the first. I think there's a nice story and a nice harmony there, but when I was told, being a relatively new Brit, that the weather is suboptimal in April, they warded me off that quickly. Of course, the British Grand Prix was held in April back in 2000, but the weather blighted the weekend, particularly for fans. The decision was therefore taken to return the race to July the following year. So to avoid those issues with the weather, F1 bosses have instead decided to host the race in Shanghai. We've spent a lot of time on this topic and looking at different circumstances. China is a great place to race. It's part of our future and we are excited about going there for that particular race. That said, next year we are going to celebrate it as the year of the 1000th Grand Prix, so you are going to see integrations across the year celebrating this incredible milestone. So here is the question for today then. If you could host the 1000th Grand Prix at any circuit from F1's past or present, where would it be? Let me know your thoughts in the comments section down below. And finally, Mercedes have lit up the first in-season test at Spain, but not necessarily with their lap times. In a bid to improve visibility during wet conditions, the Silver Arrows tested a new rain light system in Barcelona. The two vertical red lights are attached to the rear wing and, if approved, would be used in addition to the current rain light. At present, the rain light is of course central to the car and, according to current regulations, must be switched on during conditions that result in reduced visibility. The light is also used to warn drivers behind when a car is harvesting energy. The FIA and teams often test new safety features during testing and in practice, of course, as we saw last year with the Halo, and if the new system gets the nod, the changes will take effect from next season. That is it from me. I will be back soon with more content as ever, and as I've already said during this video, don't forget to join us live this Saturday at 7:30 PM UK time. In the meantime, though, you can follow me on social media. Links to Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and to Discord are all in the description down below. But as ever, thank you for watching. I've been Sean. This has been the F1 Word, and until next time, goodbye.